at this man wearing his sunglasses at night because it's actually.
You don't know what time
as
it
I
is.
check my watch, it's definitely dark outside.
You don't know what time it is because it's the morning. This podcast just dropped at 4:45 in the morning. Everybody, what's up? Here it is.
We're 10 seconds in and I'm already dry. I need to moisten up. Hydration check, everybody. Welcome.
Phrasing.
Intentional.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Episode 81
81.
of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast. As always, I am your co-host, Jason.
I'm the other co-host, Jim. What up, everybody? It's fucking cold outside. It's fucking December, dude.
It is officially hoodie and jeans weather.
Yeah, we've upgraded from shorts to jeans.
Yeah, maybe like a beanie if you're going outside early in the day.
Yeah, you got to keep the chrome
You know?
dome warm. I always
Yeah.
have something on top of my head.
Yeah, it's definitely that time of year.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
Yup.
But
Where the fuck did time go, dude? Like, we were just in Scotland 2 weeks ago. Like,
I feel like it's been a little longer than that.
nah, 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
I don't know, man.
I feel like you should be recording so that you could
I?
like show the folks what those. Oh, look! Did you just take a photo?
I just took a picture of you.
Oh, that was sick. I should have been.
All
Ready
right, here we go.
for it.
Ready? Here we go. I'm going to start recording. You can see a little LED so people know that they are being filmed.
Oh, that's pretty slick.
And
okay.
I found out if you cover it like with black tape or something so no one sees the indicator, it will not film.
Really,
It's like a security thing Meta put in. They're like, we don't want people doing anything nefarious with these.
it has a sensor to know that the light sensor is covered.
Correct.
Wow.
Yep.
Check out your boy's social medias. He put up a cool video. He was making egg Sammys the other day, and it was pretty fucking sick.
Fried eggs, dude.
Honestly, I've never seen the top of the fridge. That's just crazy.
Dude, all the comments that I got on TikTok were like, this video just called me short.
Yes.
And like, I need Dramamine because I've never been up this high and stuff like that.
Dude, you looked down at the toaster and you could see into the toaster. I have never seen into the toaster before.
Really? That's insane.
That's a joke. But the top of the fridge, you've never seen the top of the fridge though.
Yeah, every day.
That's crazy.
I hide stuff up there.
Because Taylor can't see
Nobody
it.
else in this house can get anything up there. I'm just like, oh, I'll know where it's at.
Christmas present, snacks for dad later. Hey, you got to do
His
what you got to
Halloween
do,
candy's
man.
still up there, dude.
Get the fuck out. That's so savage.
Dad tax. Dad tax.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyhow, everybody, check out his pretty cool secret spy glasses.
Dude,
He's
and-
gonna put up a video of
I'll put up what I just did, but like what's cool is like, and this of course is not sponsored, but Meta, I'll make any videos you want doing this thing, but
they're
like,
gonna get you.
No, I don't care, dude. They're so good. So like, look, I'm gonna listen to some music right now.
Shut the fuck up. They have speakers built into them too, and it's one of the ones where is it the vibration ones? Let me try these bad boys on. Let me see these things. Okay, so there's no speakers.
There's full on music going on right now.
Oh, I see it. They're right there. Okay, that's pretty fucking
So
nifty.
once they like connect again,
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
how cool is that, dude?
That is pretty
And
slick.
if you want to pause it, just tap the right side
Just
of the thing. Yeah.
shut the fuck up. That is pretty slick.
You want to skip songs? Double tap.
So that's pause. Okay.
Double tap to.
I'm kind of enjoying the Bill Murray though.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Hang
That's
on.
good. Yeah. Dude's vibing over here.
I know you can't hear that, but I was singing. Oh, you hear the tap, the haptic tap.
Yep.
That is pretty slick, dude. Not gonna lie. I will say though that when you are filming your videos, natural head movement
Disorienting.
Not very
Yeah.
good for video.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
like when you were driving and you were like looking, you're like, oh my God. Like it was a lot.
I know. That's why I cut most of it out. So real quick, before we take them
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Turn off the music.
Oh.
So one tap.
Pause. Yep.
And then say, hey, Meta, what am I looking at right now?
Get the fuck out of here.
Do it.
Hey Meta, what am I looking at right now? It did the woo, but it didn't do anything.
Oh, hold on.
Oh. To continue, make sure Bluetooth is connected.
Of course it's connected. It's looking bad right now.
Meta, you're not doing so hot right now.
Try
Okay.
again.
So, Meta, what am I looking at right now?
You have to say, hey, Meta.
Oh, I didn't say the key
You
phrase.
gotta say,
Okay.
hey,
So,
Meta.
hey Meta, what am I looking at right now? Nothing.
No. Hold on.
Terrible. Make sure Bluetooth is connected.
Bluetooth is connected. You were just playing music.
It was. Do I need to resume the music?
No. Okay, everybody out in podcast land, this has literally never happened. I swear this never happens. I swear it never happens.
It was cold outside.
I was in the pool. Hold on, let's try it again. Let's just disconnect.
Oh.
Reconnect.
I was really enjoying the Alex Melton, though. We'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that. Yeah, we will. We will. Let's try this again.
Okay.
It is on.
Do I need to take them off and put them back on?
Might as well. Might as well.
Do I need to turn it off and turn it back on
again?
again?
It's kind of like, you know.
Ow, those are sharp. Okay, did the on sound.
Okay, give it a second.
Uh-huh. I promise this episode's going to get a lot better for podcast land.
This is cool, new, exciting tech that's out there that is on Black Friday sale right now, which is why I got them.
Oh, I was going to say, was this a Christmas gift? Like when you went home?
Hold on.
It was a Christmas gift to yourself.
Let me see these real fast. Well, so you know that Garmin watch that I had?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you said you exchanged it.
Yeah, I did a little exchangey boy.
Yeah.
Well, like, what happened? Oh, it doesn't really hold charge anymore. It just wasn't charged. It was just the battery. It just didn't plug it in for a while.
Oh, let me try again.
So let's try it again. Yep. Let's try it again.
All right. Oh, it vibrated in my hand. Okay, it did the on sound.
Brother, I know you're connected. Okay, try it again.
Hey, Meta, what am I looking at? Nothing.
Let me see this. It keeps opening the app on the phone, which is wild. Let's see.
I can't see shit without my glasses. I'll tell you what.
You can get these in prescription too.
Get the fuck out. Don't tell me that.
They have transitions.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't need them. I don't need them.
Hey, Meta, what am I looking at right now? Well.
No.
Thinking.
No.
Thinking.
Yeah. Well, that's a feature that I think Meta needs to iron out.
I've never. It's worked every single. So, like, for example, I did it the other day, and I was like, hey, Meta, what am I looking at right now? And it's like, it looks like you're in a parking lot of a retail store, and there's cars in front of you and to the side of you. I was like, guess what? I'm in a Walmart parking lot.
Get the
like,
fuck out. Wow.
So, like, I'm surprised it didn't work because it's literally worked every other time I've done it. It's really cool, but apparently you can say like, hey, Meta, look at this plant. Tell me what I need to do to keep it alive.
Oh, that's pretty slick.
And it'll say like, make sure it has, 8 hours of indirect sunlight. And like, so apparently they're putting a bunch of updates out. They just put one out, which I had to install as soon as I got the glasses, but it does all that. You can send messages, you can call.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, is kind of crazy, but like my thing was like, I needed sunglasses anyway.
Okay.
Like for like just a little more than you would pay for normal Ray-Bans.
Uh-huh.
Mine have speakers in them. They have AI in them. They have, like all these cool, like they can take photos. They can take videos.
I mean, welcome to 2025, everybody. He had to download an update for his glasses. Just let that sink in.
I had to download a firmware update for my sunglasses, and I had to, I got the connected USB-C, and they were like, "Oh, nice this case is."
It is a very nice case. I will say that it does feel very premium,
dude. I am very, very into those glasses. I love them.
Minus the whole "what am I looking at" thing not always working.
We'll try it again at the end of the episode. We'll give it a minute, but yeah. So speaking of music, because you were just listening to Bill Murray and Alex Melton,
I was. It's that time of the year, isn't it?
It is that time of the year. So before we get into the music side, our own personal side.
Oh, yeah. Let's plug the podcast for a second.
I want to just give a little shout out.
To you people out in podcast land, because without you, we wouldn't have a Spotify wrap for the Midwest Sad Boys podcast.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool. So
I have yet to see it. So this is all going to be new to me. We're gonna check this out.
Okay.
I thought that this fuzzy was a spider. Because it was like flying up your sock.
If that was a spider, the whole house burned down.
Burned down. Yeah. Just set it on fire.
Don't even need it. All right, we're going to check it out. Here we go.
Okay, so it's counting. Oh, is this loading?
I think it's going to 2024.
Yeah.
This is our 2024 Midwest Sad Boys Spotify Wrapped. Midwest Sad Boys Wrapped season is here. Let's go.
Fans were really loving your show in 2024. You took it to a whole new level this year. Thanks for taking it to a whole new level, everybody. We had 39% increased followers. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you all. All right, let's go to the next one here.
Yo, the scrolling is crazy. Give it up for your new fans, okay? 41% of your listeners.
That would be in this year.
Oh,
discovered you this year.
So almost half of you guys have found us in 2024, and we greatly appreciate that. Your fans have a clear favorite. Our favorite episode was episode 36, where we talked about Sleep Token, our most painful tattoos, and Baldur's Gate.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, honestly.
When I uninstalled it, literally on the first roll check, because I fucking rolled a critical 1 when all I needed was a 2. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I mean, it makes sense.
That one episode was streamed 46% more than any other episode. Thanks for really liking that one episode, everybody. Ever wondered who your audience is?
I wonder.
Let's break it down. Blech.
There it is.
So our average listener by age is 34 or 35 to 44. Then 26% is 30 to 34, which is where we fall into. Well, I fall into. And then we've got 25 to 29 is 5, 18 to 24, 8, 45 to 54, 5%, and 55 plus is 5%. Thanks, everybody. We love the broad spectrum of age. We have no ageism here.
Yeah, and listeners ages 55 and up grew by 100%.
Who's already peeling?
Sean got a new tattoo. He got his tattoo worked on his leg. Where in the world have you been? 2024, your show traveled the globe. So it says 4 countries. I don't know if I trust that one because I've seen 16 countries on there.
We just talked about that on the last episode.
Yeah, top country, of course, is the United States of America. Our fans have great taste. So this one shows their other shows, which not really important.
Not sponsored.
Their music. For some reason, people who listen to our podcast also, number 3 top played music for them is sea shanties.
We do love a good sea shanty every now and then.
Yeah, I mean,
yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
So our show was in the top 15% of video podcasts on Spotify.
Let's go. Thanks for watching the podcast out in Spotify land. You guys rock. We are in the top 15 of all the video podcasts on Spotify. Let that sink in. This tiny ass little podcast that we have been running for the last year is in the top motherfucking 15%.
15%
of all the video podcasts on Spotify. Let's fucking go. All right. Thank you, everybody.
That's huge.
That is huge. That's huge. Fucking huge.
So let's see.
Breakdown. We love breakdowns.
So actually 53% of our listeners are viewers.
Wow.
And 47
video consumers. Wow. Okay.
Are just listening to audio. And this is just Spotify. This is not iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Podcasts, Amazon all those other ones. But so we are a top 10 podcast for 22 fans. So 22 of our listeners, we are in their top 10 favorite podcast. Top 5 for 19 fans.
I will say that we were second in my Spotify Wrapped this year.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. Number 1 show for 9 fans.
For 9 of you guys, thank you for everybody, but also special thanks to the 9 who made us their number 1.
And this one, it shows us what kind of creator we are. And it basically breaks it down.
Breakdown.
Like the amount of countries, so your audience, your episode length, and your publishing frequency.
Oh, it just filled up the whole. Oh,
yeah, it filled up all of them because we publish weekly. We hit multiple countries, and we have podcasts of great length.
Oh, interesting. So we are the storyteller. Interesting. Okay,
because we have long podcasts. There's nothing important there. Podcast rating average 4.7%.
5 stars in the ratings. We appreciate you.
Yeah, let's get up to 5.
Thank you for giving some people something to talk about. It's not over. Keep the conversation going. Sharing. That's pretty cool. Honestly, the top 15% thing was the most shocking and the most exciting part of that whole thing. That's crazy.
There's a lot of people that do videos on Spotify, and for us to be in 15%,
that's huge. Huge. I'm sorry, I was talking.
Sorry, no, you're fine.
You can always edit me out and just
impromptu ASMR. So don't worry about it.
Of that club pop. That blood orange club pop.
It's like all I drink, dude.
Yeah.
The flavored sparkling water.
I don't think I closed my lid. I probably spilled water all over the floor of the studio. So there's definitely a slip hazard for whoever comes in here after me.
Yeah, don't walk. We don't have signs.
So, yeah, I mean, with Spotify Wrapped giving us our stats here at the podcast, I think it's only, segue really into Spotify Wrapped. However, I left mine. I left my phone at home, so I can't even talk about mine.
Well, you sent me. Well, you have it on your.
I put on my Facebook. So yeah, it's that time of the year. I know we mentioned it earlier. It's that time of the year where every middle-aged dude with a podcast tries to convince you that his taste in music is better than your taste in music, and why you should listen to the bands that he listens to. So this year, my tops were Bring Me the Horizon, Wilro, Blink-182, Post Malone, and Bill Murray, which I think overlaps quite a few of yours, actually. I think, or no, only one of them. Yeah. And me and Megan, I think I did the math. Megan and I combined listened to almost 100 days of music, because I listened to 77,000 and Megan had 62,000 minutes, because she has her own account now. We did like the little splitty thing.
Nice.
So that she can listen to it at work and I can listen to it at work at the same time without like both of us hogging it up. So yeah, now we have 2 Spotifys and 100 days worth of music across the 2 of us.
That's
fucking nutty, dude.
Yeah. I used to listen to a lot more when I had a job, when I was driving around all the time, but
not me sitting at my desk 8 hours a day, 5 days a week with my little radio on, just trying to click clack on my keyboard and get through the day.
Yep.
Sometimes you just can't be left alone with the silence in your head, because then it gets weird. So you fill the silence with music, and silences the voices.
What? You just take those thoughts and you just tuck them away and keep an eye on them.
You just head bob them away while you're listening to some dope ass music.
Just tuck them away and keep an eye on them. So Apple gives me, of course, my top artist, which I think same as last year, Alex Melton, 3,937 minutes, just pure pop punk covers. It also gives you your top months too.
That's nifty.
So yeah. So January, March, April, May, June, September, and October, all Alex Melton.
Hey, buddy, out in podcast land, Alex, if you see this, honestly, the collab is calling us. We would love to work with you.
Oh, yeah,
just hit us up. We'll hit you up. Well, your people can call our people. Dude, our people will call your people.
I'll hop on a song. We can do some stuff.
Oh, that'd be so fun. I told you I've seen Alex live, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, I've seen you live. My guy, where are we at?
My guy. July, August, November, Bill Murray. But February, just randomly, The Devil Wears Prada.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was feeling a little... that was whenever I had surgery and I left AT&T.
Oh, wait. February? You had... What surgery? Oh, your knee.
My knee.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
A little angry, maybe.
Yeah. You're just up here just crowd killing.
Yeah, exactly. Top 100 listeners for Alex Melton.
Nice.
Top album.
Has to be American Motorsports.
Honestly, album of the year.
10 out of 10, man. It's a banger. Yep. The Ohio boys repping. Bill Murray. Johnny, what's up, dude? Hit us up.
Yeah. Top song is Empty Handed.
Oh, such a good one. Such a good one.
But yeah, top 5 artists: Alex Melton, Bill Murray, Sleep Token, Spirit Box, Coheed and Cambria.
Checks out.
That's the most Jason top 5 that I've ever had. I feel like most of my friends, if they saw that, they'd be like, "Oh, it's Jason's."
Yeah, we should have a game where we collect all of our friends' Spotify's, take out the names, shuffle them up, and be like, "Who's this?
Who's number 1 was?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have maybe next year. I will put together a game of previous year's Spotify Wraps and see if I can collect.
That's a good idea.
Don't hold me to it, because I'll probably forget by the time next year rolls around. However, it will be fun if I remember next year.
That's the equivalent of me saying, I'm definitely going to put this graphic in the podcast.
For real.
And then forgetting where it was in the podcast to go back in and put it in said episode.
We definitely never have that problem.
I haven't done that in at least 20 episodes.
4 episodes.
I was giving myself a little longer than that, but okay.
Sorry, bud.
At least 20 episodes.
Bare minimum 20 episodes.
Bare minimum.
While we are on the subject of music, we're going to be a little late to the game with the 1 week post editing or post posting.
Yeah.
But anyhow, So, did anybody happen to catch Knocked Loose and Poppy play on Jimmy Kimmel? Did you see the video?
I did.
You did?
It was, dude, it was great.
Yeah, dude, like, not a huge fan of Knocked Loose. I'm just not into, like, I don't want to call it grindcore, but, like, whatever that sort of, like, subgenre of metal. I'm just going to label it metal.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair.
They're really good.
Yes.
It's not my everyday listen,
Correct.
but like I like them and I appreciate what they do. And to see a band like them on Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah, right.
Insane.
Incredible.
Dude.
I think there was so the what's his name? Brian, the lead singer, he had put out a message afterwards and he was like, when we were getting ready to like walk up on stage, they take you through this hallway and there's pictures of all the other musicians that have been on the show before. And he was like, it was a surreal moment that like, I get to be one of these people on the wall. I'm one of them now, right? Like I get to be on the show. I get to be on the stage. And he was like, this is a huge moment for metal. This is a huge moment for our band. This is going to be great. They get up there. They play a song called Suffocate, which is just hilarious. Poppy comes out. She fucking kills it on her part. And then all of the fans, I shouldn't even say fans, all of the viewers who were not expecting Knocked Loose demanded an apology.
Like, get out. You don't see us complaining when you have, pop artists on there 40 weeks out of the year. Like,
right.
Get out. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah. It was, it's very... as a fan of metal music, it's entertaining when people who are not fans of metal music are just so turned off by it that they're disgusted and they're upset and they're scared and they're this is a tragedy and they're pearl clutching so fucking hard. But then like maybe a metal fan who isn't a fan of pop and then pop gets, like you said, 40 weeks out of the year, they got some pop artist. You don't see the metal community being like, where the fuck is our apology for having to listen to your shitty pop music? Like, no one's bitching about the pop music. Just if you don't like it, don't fucking listen to it.
If you're watching this show and you're like, oh, Knock Loose, and you hear the first few seconds, you're like, this isn't for me. Click. Wow. Not a single person sat there with a gun to your head and said, you got to watch this.
Yeah, for real.
Not one.
Same goes for our podcast. If you don't like what we have to say, don't fucking listen to it.
Yeah, send it to somebody else and then turn it off.
Yeah, share it so we get the engagement.
Turn the volume down, let it play through, and then turn it off.
Yes, yeah, just mute it, let it play. We appreciate the data point. Thank you. Move on. But yeah, it's just crazy that like we live in such like a, I don't know, it's a little pansy ass society that like, oh, they played a song I don't like on the TV. I'm going to write a letter and complain and demand an apology from the band. Fuck you. That's insane.
Yeah, absolutely not. Apologize for what? Making it?
Yeah, wait, where's your band on Jimmy Kimmel's stage? That's right, you're not. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, calm down there, Carol. Like get out there and make your own band and go out there and, it's just like, it's insane, dude. It's insane. Just be happy for people. Let people enjoy the moments that they've worked years for.
Absolutely,
That's
dude.
it.
That was well said, my guy. Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, that just, man, I like I said, not a huge fan, like you said, they are great at what they do, not my preferred, but like you can still respect the art. You can respect the talent that each of the musicians and the band bring to the table to play their instrument at that level of, musicianship. Is that what it is? Thank you. And yeah, to just be like, just fucking shut up.
Let's talk about like the stage show too. The pyro that they had
in the rain.
Like, dude, there's a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort into making that show work. You had all those people there in the crowd who were just so into it.
The crowd was going nuts.
It was awesome. Like just as somebody who appreciates music, you gotta appreciate a band putting everything out there, putting on a killer show in the rain on a platform that most metal bands since the 80s and 90s, like they don't get that platform anymore.
No,
ever. There's no MTV anymore. Like
you mean the Rob Dyrdek channel?
Yeah, right. They don't have Headbangers Ball on
True.
the Rob Dyrdek channel, you know? It's so like, it's just a cool thing that happened. And, you know, if you got a problem with it, just turn off your phone.
Eat a dick. That too. Let's see. Anything else in the music world that we can talk about real quick while we're on the subject?
I mean, totally unrelated, but Architects has a new album coming out in February.
Ooh.
And they put a new song out called Whiplash.
Oh, yeah. You made me listen to it the other day. So good.
Oh, my God, dude.
What was the one line? When is America gonna stop fucking around or something like that? What was the line? I don't remember.
I don't even remember. But all I remember is like that snare hit, the ga ga dun 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 dun. It just gets super heavy. I love it. For anybody who doesn't know me personally, I love this stuff. I love heavy music. You know, just look at me, stereotype me, and I fit into people who like metal.
He also likes My Little Pony, so you know.
I'll watch Bluey.
Did you see my one friend had Bluey in their top 5?
So good.
And every single one of my friends who was like, oh, it was Bluey or Miss Rachel or whatever. It was like, why is, it was like, LOL, look at this song in my top 5. And it's always my kids.
I don't blame it. Dude, honestly, the Bluey theme song, banger.
So it goes so hard.
Didn't have to, but it does.
And that,
Thanks, Australia.
you respect. Is that where it's from?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Still on the topic of music, I saw a article the other day, yesterday actually, that have you ever heard of the band Falling in Reverse? Mm-hmm. I think I've played them for you before. Lead singer Ronnie Radke, notorious upstanding citizen, wink wink nudge nudge. They had to cancel the last leg of their postpone the last leg of their UK portion of the tour because of his upstanding citizenship here in the US, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can't travel. There's a current ban for anyone who carries a felony in the UK in the last so many years or whatever. So the band had to postpone the last 6 or 7 shows in the UK because the lead singer of the band couldn't get to the fucking country because his fucking travel visa was denied. How silly is that?
That's insane, dude.
It was 3 days before the show, before the leg of the tour started, and they're like, oh, by the way, we got to cancel it.
Oof.
Does that remind anyone of, somebody maybe on this podcast at this exact moment who didn't get to see the band because they canceled the show 1 fucking hour before the goddamn gates opened? Yeah, that's right. I'm almost tempted to never, ever attempt to see them in person again for that exact alone reason.
What band was that again?
Falling in Reverse.
I feel like they just like canceling shows.
Not a sponsor.
They do. Yeah, they probably wouldn't show up. So.
Yeah, no. They'd cancel last minute.
Yeah, they'd cancel last minute. Hey guys, that sponsorship check? Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
no. They put a stop payment at the bank, so the checks they got to save-ins, they got to check-ins. It's not going to clear.
You don't get it anymore. Yeah, that's
made me giggle. We were watching like an update, or we're listening to an update on the tube last night, and it was like, really? That's crazy. That's fucking wild.
always something.
It do be always something.
Yeah. So update.
Oh yes, of course.
Remember on last week's episode, listeners will remember where I was talking about watching a show called The Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh yeah.
I finished it.
How many seasons?
3.
You finished it in 1 week. Well, 1.5 weeks.
1.5 weeks.
Jesus, 3 whole seasons? How many episodes?
12.
Per?
Yeah.
36 in a week. I mean, all right. Hey, you know what? Good for you. So, spoiler-free spoilers. How'd it go?
Spoilers-free spoilers.
There's a guy. He's a lawyer.
There's a guy. He's a lawyer. He's really good at it. He gets really cocky because he's good at it, and he knows he's good at it. Mm-hmm. Things happen. Every season, they set up the big crime of the next season that he's going to be in court about the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really good how they do it. I just finished season 3. They haven't automatically renewed it yet, but from all the sites that I've seen, a few people have already signed on for season 4.
Ooh,
so
okay.
It's looking very promising.
Yeah. Good sign.
One of the biggest cliffhangers that I've seen in a show that I'm just like, I swear to God, if Netflix cancels this, Like, I just want one more.
I will unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Yeah, I want one really good season, tie off all the loose ends, and then just end it really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love like 7 seasons of this, but I'd rather them just be like, hey, we had 4 incredible, perfect seasons.
Yeah.
And we ended on our own terms. Because it feels like they're at the point where, like, you know, where like the main overarching story that's been happening since episode 1, where it's like it's played its course and you're like, I can see it wrapping up. But then they introduce something else and you're like, ooh, okay. It feels like the next season will bring everything back, wrap up the main story arc, and then finish up the new story for season 4,
The current arc,
and then give everyone a big bow, happy ever after. You know,
ship them off.
It feels like it could be that way, and honestly, I would be fine if that was the case because the show so good.
Yeah, I really want to try and watch the show. Not that I don't think I will. I just don't know when I will have the time.
Yeah.
It'll get on the list. I will eventually get there.
It is. I will say it is definitely a good one. I mean, even from the first episode, not even like watch the first 2 episodes and like then judge. No, just first episode.
Hot off the rip.
It's just good.
Nice.
It's so good that I needed another law show to watch.
Oh, here we go. So what do we start watching now?
I think it's called. Let me confirm the name. Hold on. Let me confirm the name. I started it today. I think it's called Your Honor. Let me double check.
Your Honor.
No, it's My Honor. It is called Your Honor. It stars Bryan Cranston as a judge.
Oh shit! Goddamn Walter White. I have to watch it.
Yeah, Hal. You know, from Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, I never watched the show.
Oh, either way. Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is what you get this in like the first like synopsis of the episode. So this isn't a spoiler. His son.
Wait, are you talking about Your Honor or Lincoln Lawyer?
Your
Honor. Okay. Yeah.
So he is a judge. His son, I won't give all the information on it, but he is involved in an accident.
Okay.
He hits somebody.
Oof.
But, you know, he's panicking because of everything, right? Like
Right.
He's driving a car, a person's on a motorcycle.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
The person that he hits, he tries to help save them. Person dies.
Uh-oh.
He ends up telling his dad, who is the judge,
Yeah.
because he ran. Like,
Oof.
he ran. He tried, you know, washing the clothes, throwing stuff away, whatever, try and cover it up. But he told his dad, and his dad was like, we got to turn you in. Right thing to do, but I'm going to help you. Like, I'll get all the good people on it, you know, because I have, you know, like the kid was having an asthma attack. He's like, you know, you were under duress. You were having an asthma. So, you know, he was trying to like judge it out. Right.
Okay.
So when he goes to the police station, he finds this person and his wife who were like crying because their son was just hit by a car.
Nar.
But that person is the head of a crime family.
The person that died was the head of a crime.
His parents, his dad.
Oh, okay. So the person who died, their parents, the father, is the head of a crime family.
Yep.
And they are at the police station at the same time that he goes to turn himself in for killing their son. Or their child.
Yeah. So
Wow.
The judge goes back outside. He's like, get in the car. We can't do it. He's like, get in the car. We can't do it. We can't do it. It's like, this never happened.
What?
Because, I mean, like, you think about it, like, you just killed the son of a crime boss. He's going to murder your entire family.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Easily.
So, like, you can't.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be swimming with the fishes. You're going to have concrete shoes. You're going to have an Irish car bomb.
So they're, like, already setting up little things that are going to, like, lead to the rest of the season. And I'm like, this is good. There's 2 seasons. I didn't check what year it came out. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing it's just a 2-season banger, but we'll. Yeah, dude, these shows they're
this man
me.
And his political thrillers.
I mean,
just has a clutch on you that just will not let go.
For right now, dude, it's got me. I mean, I'm still getting work done while I'm watching these.
Of course,
but like. Brother, I am distracted. I'm over here just like, what's happening? Like, like what's the defense bringing to this case? Like
that's funny.
Like it's got me.
Speaking of court cases, Megan and I finished that Monsters.
Oh yeah.
We finally finished all 9 episodes of that, and personally, I don't feel that those guys got what they deserved. Life in prison with parole, spoilers, without parole, not good enough. Fucking murdered their parents, and these dudes get life without parole. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not on the jury. What can I do? I wasn't even alive when this. Actually, I was alive when this happened. I wasn't. I think the murders happened before I was born, but the trial happened after I was born.
It's so weird. Like, I feel like if it was like an accident, but like you're at fault, like, there is still a consequence for it, right? But
accident, yeah.
But if you like straight up planned this and like did it,
yeah.
I feel like,
Hammurabi's code, eye for an eye.
Yeah.
Yep. We need to bring back public executions. I'm just saying. It's a hot take.
Well, 2025 again. It's feels like the right time.
Wild. Wild. We are in for a shit show, dude. We are in for a shit show.
Remember the time that they stormed the Capitol? It's just going to be like every Wednesday now.
Did that happen in South Korea the other day? Did you hear about that?
Oh, no. I don't watch the news.
I don't either, but a friend of mine who is very, very news glued, he shares all kinds of stuff that happens around the world. And I guess there was some sort of, don't quote me on this because I am not a journalist, but I am a random guy with a podcast. There was a news article that I briefly skimmed over. Long story short, there was some sort of like attempted coup in like South Korea, I think. And like the president guy like called in like martial law, and like the military swooped in, and he was like trying to like seize control of the government, and they had to like shut it down. And there was like a vote, like I don't know, like the other voter people of the government had to like also storm into the building and like hold like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like an emergency vote to like overturn this ruling. This whole thing happened in the course of like 2 hours. It was crazy.
I swear to God, that's literally like what has happened in all these shows I've been watching.
It's wild. Life imitates art, man. I swear. 100%. Life imitates art. Art does not imitate life. Life imitates art.
It's like they just finished watching like an episode of The Diplomat on Netflix, and they're like,
I could do that. I could fucking do that.
Hey man, you free next Thursday? Got an idea. Like
you want to start a riot?
You want to overthrow the government? I know how to do it. I watched the show. I'll rewatch it just to make sure I got it all right. But like, we can do it.
I'll write down some notes.
I see what went wrong for them, so it won't go wrong for us.
Yeah, of course.
That's why you had all those people starting to make meth and RVs after Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, after
oh shit, that's a good idea.
They literally broke down how to do it, and then you had to have a driver's license to buy cough medicine. Thanks, Breaking Bad.
You going to buy Sudafed? You got an ID on you? Bud?
Bucko. Speaking of crazy things happening in the world / political sphere, did you hear that there has been yet another Boeing whistleblower?
Gone?
Not yet.
Oh no. Put that man in a locked up
fucking bubble, a bulletproof bubble.
Get that man in a safe house.
On my way over here, or like an hour before I was on my way over here, my brother texted me, was like, hey, I heard on the news that there's another Boeing whistleblower. He was like, how long do you think it takes before he ends up dead? And I was like, holy shit, you're right.
Well, what's crazy is like, they gotta know that something is up. So they're gonna be like, okay, if this guy ends up dead.
I mean, like, you don't just accidentally die, or that many people don't accidentally die connected to the same bullshit. Like, people accidentally die all the time, right? That's just the cycle of life. But like, for what was it, 3 other employees, I think it was, or 3 other whistleblowers to mysteriously end up dead? Come on now. Now it's just like, once, that's weird. 2, possible coincidence. 3, get the fuck out of here.
There ain't no way, bud.
Yeah, right. So,
no way.
we'll have, so today, mark the calendar, 12/4. Let's see how long it takes for this person to either make waves in the news. Or...
So when this episode comes out, hey, it's the morning of the 11th when you're listening to this. We'll see if he's still alive.
Yeah.
They're still alive.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, that was crazy. And then also, did you hear about the CEO of United Healthcare?
Yeah.
Straight up fucking got murked on the street.
Just pop.
Oh, yeah. So he, for those who don't know, because again, we're always a week behind on pop culture references. CEO, United Healthcare, one of the top 10. Do you have that photo that I sent you? Can I read it? Maybe I didn't send it to you. I hope I sent it to you. Yeah, I think I sent it to you. Yeah, here we go. Someone shot and killed the CEO of the United Healthcare on the street in Manhattan today. The company is one of the largest insurance providers in the country and one of the top 10 most profitable corporations in the world. Okay, I'm just going to read that again.
Insurance company.
Yep. One of the largest insurance providers in the country, the USA, and one of the top 10 most profitable corporations in the world. They are notable for their algorithmically targeted denial of care using AI to process insurance claims and denying people based upon predetermined conditions or this, that, or the third about why the doctor says you need this surgery, but the insurance company says it's not medically necessary. Because last time I checked, the insurance, fucking Jake from State Farm, who's reading over my insurance claim, last time I checked, you have a fucking doctorate, but the actual doctor who went to medical school,
not important.
Yeah, who says that it's medically necessary for me to have this fucking operation. Not fucking important. Get the fuck out of here. That is insane. And then it's just also wild that like the fucking guy who shot him as of this moment got away. I mean, and you're like, oh, it could be, it can't be that many people. You mean one of the million people who were denied the insurance claim by United Healthcare? Yeah, gee, I wonder who it could be. Good luck finding one person in a sea of a million.
Yeah, let's find anybody who has a motive to hate United Healthcare.
Right? It's fucking crazy.
Do they take a number? Because I feel like you're going to run out of little paper numbers.
Oh, no, they already have a number. It's called your policy number. That's your number.
But
I do believe that I'm a United Healthcare insurance carrier. I think that's the one that my work provides.
That's what I had through Best Buy.
Yeah. So I've definitely had them before. And you know what? Honestly, checks out. Because
I mean, to be fair.
How many times did you go to the doctor?
I had nothing but good experiences with United. Personally.
Well, interesting take. Well, you can safely write off that it wasn't this guy.
Yeah, it wasn't me. You guys helped me out after I had brain surgery. So
it also wasn't me. I was at work. I have a time card to prove it. But just like fucking nutty, dude. And
yeah, that's crazy.
It's sad. And I do want to be serious for a second and not actually make a joke for once. I know that's very rare for me. I know.
Are you feeling okay?
Am I warm? It is sad. It is sad that this individual was murdered in cold blood. Full stop. That is sad. It is sad that there are people who are in predicaments where they feel that the only opportunity that they have to make change is to cause physical harm to someone else. Full stop. That is sad. Sometimes, and I'm trying really hard to not make a joke, but it's going to happen. Sometimes there are, how do I want to say this? Circumstances in which occurrences may happen and you go, damn, that do suck, but I understand.
So going off what you said, Taylor sent me this video on TikTok and she said, look at the comments.
R&R.
So I'm going to read through a few of them, and I'm going to go back to one that really will kind of drive home the whole feeling of it all.
Should we understand what the video context is first, or does not matter?
It's about him being shot.
That okay? Yes.
The first comment says, "Will his family still be billed?"
I saw one that says, "Was his claim denied?"
I'm sorry. Prior authorization is required for thoughts and prayers.
Get the fuck out.
I'm not certain the hospital was medically necessary. Did he try his primary care physician first?
Stop.
Did they route the ambulance to a hospital that was in network?
Get the fuck out. That one's good.
Someone said, I've never felt as connected to a community as I do right now reading these comments.
It's not funny. Someone was murdered. Full stop. Not funny is sad.
So to kind of like bring someone's story into it, someone said, was this trip to the ER really an emergency? According to his own company, my husband's heart attack wasn't actually an emergency, and we were out $3,000, their full deductible.
So sad.
So the comment I wanted to mention was someone saying it's not necessarily right, but the comments in this really reflect how frustrated we all are with our current healthcare system.
Agreed.
And that's like the real point to take away. Like,
yes,
the internet being the internet, dark humor is going to happen. Personally, very here for it. But somebody did get shot. Somebody did die. Mm-hmm. That do suck.
Someone's son, someone's father, someone's brother, someone's friend, it's someone's boss. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, it is a tragedy that did happen.
But hopefully people can take what happened and try to understand it more, learn from it, make changes because of it. You know, like there are a lot of people frustrated with the I do literally today was on the phone with my insurance company. It's not United, Aetna. But,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, okay. So talking about this whole, just because we're on it.
Did I get you frustrated?
A little bit. I had an hour and a half conversation calling back and forth between the insurance company and the place that I went. It was when me and Reed were bit by a dog.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to that urgent care in Howland.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called before I went and said, hey, do you guys take Aetna? They're like, absolutely. I'm like, perfect. I'll be right there.
Mm-hmm.
They take Aetna. The doctor that saw us does not.
Fuck. That's so stupid.
What's crazy is, like, I've called 3 or 4 times and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, it's probably because, you know, both bills are the same date. There's probably like a million different reasons why this got denied. Someone finally told me today, it's because the doctor who saw us does not take Aetna. So I called my insurance. I'm like, look, here's what's going to happen. I called ahead of time and said, do you guys take Aetna? They said, yes, we do take Aetna. And I said, perfect. I'll be right in.
Mm-hmm.
I came in, was seen. That's it. If you have a doctor there that doesn't take Aetna, they should have said, hey, we don't have any providers in right now that take your insurance. Would you like to come back, or do you want us to send you somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
But no, they just send us to a doctor. So I said, I am not paying for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying any of this.
Mm-hmm.
You can deal with them about the payment. You leave me out of it completely.
Yeah.
Because I
did my part.
They take Aetna. You see that they take Aetna.
Mm-hmm.
Because they gave me to a provider that does not take it. That's not my problem. You guys can deal with it. And she's like, let me rewrite these. And yep, you'll be on your way. I'm like, thank you. Sounds good. Like, so yes, frustrations like this absolutely happen every single day. And my situation was not that bad. Like, I don't want to pay, you know, a few $1,000s like for something that is ridiculous. But there are people, like we saw in those comments, like $10,000 or more. Some people getting billed like $30,000 because, you know, they got taken to an out-of-network hospital.
How much was it when Lil Man was born? Like, what was your insurance bill before insurance?
Oh, I think we still ended up paying like $7,000
after insurance.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? To have a fucking kid? Oh my God. Continue.
Well, he also was in the NICU.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
which was the cost. But I mean, like, my brain surgery was like $82,000
before.
Yeah,
that's fucking insane.
I paid $2,000.
Hey.
Taylor's HSA paid $2,000. I paid nothing for it.
Yeah, right.
But, like, you know, so that was with United.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, so it's like,
oh right, so one is medically necessary, but the other is not. Got it. Right, of course.
Well, they said I probably wouldn't walk in a few years if I didn't have it done. So
no, I don't mean you.
I know.
I don't mean you.
I still regret it, but whatever.
Well, for real though, I mean, legitimately, like there has been times, and I've said this before on the podcast, probably very, very, very early episode when you asked me about all my moto injuries.
Oh yeah.
My mom's rule was if I ever went to the hospital in the ambulance, I was done. I mean, as a kid, it has been ingrained in my head, never get in a fucking ambulance. Now, as an adult, I sure shit can't afford an ambulance. If anything happens to me, I will fucking walk to the goddamn hospital. If there is no other options, do not put me in the fucking ambulance. Let me die, or I will fucking walk away. So I don't care.
I got 2 stories about ambulances.
Pop off, brother.
Ambuli? I don't know.
I like ambuli.
Ambuli. So the first time I ever rode in an ambulance, I had just had like a spinal injection.
Mm-hmm.
It's back in like 2013. Mm-hmm. And I had some like crazy reaction to it. I was like shaking and like was not doing great.
Crazy.
And they asked me in the state that I was in if I wanted to go to the hospital. And then they sent me a bill. It was like a 3-minute drive, 4-minute drive, and it was like $600.
Most expensive taxi you've ever taken.
Yeah. So like I went back to that doctor and they were kind of like quiet, you know, because I had had to pay all this money for this procedure, and then they wanted me to pay for the ambulance and all this stuff. And I was like, look, here's what happened. You did something, gave me some kind of bad reaction, and then now I have to pay you for all this and pay for an ambulance. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Fucking
and they're
nuts.
like, yeah, we understand. I never got billed.
Well, that was probably 10 years ago. 2013, you said.
Yeah, 11
right?
years ago.
Yeah.
The second time I was in an ambulance, they're like, hey, just so you know, like we're going to take you in the ambulance. Is that okay? I was like, I already hit my deductible. Send it.
Fair point.
Never saw a bill.
Fair point.
Thanks, United. Like,
I will say that my not fear, but like my hesitancy to go to the doctor is always precedented by I have never met my deductible for the year because I don't ever fucking go. So every time I go, I have to pay, which makes me not want to fucking go.
MRIs and X-rays before I had brain surgery. It was like my deductible is gone.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Yep. No, that's like so when like. You know, 2 years ago, I think we're coming up on 2 years. 2 years ago, when I got my snip, the insurance, I think, paid for like 10% of that whole thing. Yeah, because like I had to pay out of pocket because I had met my deductible for the year. And so for that reason, I just refused to fucking go to the doctor. I was actually just talking to my father-in-law about this the other day. When they came down to visit for Thanksgiving. They're like, oh, I was talking about like, I was having this weird chest pain months ago. And it was like a muscle spasm. To the point where like I like locked up my lungs and I like couldn't breathe for a minute. I was like, and Megan was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I mean, if I die, I die. But like, I was not okay. But I was not going to say I wasn't okay because the last thing I wanted her to do was fucking call 911. And then like by the time the ambulance would have actually arrived at my house, I was fine. Because like literally 15, 30 seconds later, I was fine. But anyhow. My father was like, dude, like, did you like go get it checked out? And I was like, no. Like, why would I do that?
Do
like,
I look like I am made of dollar bills, sir? Like,
it's plot twist. I'm actually 15 stacks of dollar bills hidden under this t-shirt. I'm not actually a human. Yeah, dude, I get it. I get it. The fucking healthcare system, man, it's so fucked right now. So fucked.
Dude, my perspective is forever changed after going to Scotland and talking to the tattoo artist about it. Like, dude, like forever changed.
So nutty.
They don't feed you crap there because they provide your insurance.
Yeah, they don't want you to use their money.
Our country gives us all these crazy dyes that are linked to neurological problems and food that causes cancer, and they send you to tanning beds that causes cancer. And cigarettes that cause cancer, all because cancer is profitable.
Yep.
And healthcare is profitable.
Crazy.
So
crazy.
My perspective on our country is forever changed, and no one will ever change my opinion.
Speaking of your brain surgery, I actually just heard something today that I think is relevant. So you know how you were talking about like your surgery was 82 grand or whatever it was. How long were you in surgery? I'm just curious.
7 hours.
7 whole hours. So today I saw a tweet on the Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. and it was, I don't remember which 3 states, but there's 3 states that just passed a law, regulation, whatever you want to call it, that insurance companies are no longer required to pay for anesthesia for the entire length of a surgery. So let me rephrase that. So if you go into a 7-hour brain surgery and the insurance company says, you only need 5 hours of anesthesia, so we're only going to pay for 5 hours, right? But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You get what I'm getting at here?
Yep.
Insurance company says it's going to take 7 hours, right? Middle of the surgery, there's an emergency, or towards the end of the surgery, there's an emergency. Oh, he's got to be in surgery for 2 more hours. The insurance company is only prepaid for 7 hours. Those other 2 hours of anesthesia, your fucking problem now. Is that not fucking batshit crazy? What?
That's insane, dude.
What? How can that be legal? That I understand that it is legal because it's in law. Like, I get it. But like, logistically, how can that fucking be legal? That's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Because somebody at that insurance company is thinking, cash the check.
Oh, dude, you know how we can save money? Stop paying for anesthesia 3/4 of the way through the surgeries. Number must go up. If we stop paying the money and they pay the money, our money goes up. Bullshit. Healthcare shouldn't be for profit.
No.
Hard stop. End of story. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next week. Bye. I'm kidding. But yeah, I think that was all the things that I had on my little list today, right? I'm looking over at the clock. Oh, yeah. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. All right, let's try these glasses one more time.
Oh, yeah. See if they charged up. Anybody out in podcast land, if you have any crazy medical horror stories and you are comfortable with us sharing them on the podcast, we would love to hear from you. Tell us about your crazy fucking insurance bills that you have received. Leave them down in the comments. Send them to the business email. If you give us permission, we'll read them on the next episode or the next time we bitch about the insurance companies. We'd love to hear from you guys. As we talked about in the Spotify Wrapped earlier, your engagement keeps us going. Yeah. We hit the top 15% of all video podcasts thanks to you guys. If you're not watching it, we don't make the top 15. Thank you so much. So for real, I know I do a lot of bitching and sometimes I get off on tangents, but for real, thank you. Thank you for listening to us. Send us your stories. We'd love to read them out. They can be anonymous. You can include your name if you choose to. We'd love to just drive engagement with you guys to make it better for you because you keep listening and we want to make it better for you. So
you just said a whole lot of great things. I want to second whatever he said because boy.
Yes.
So I'm going to try these real fast, and then if they work, then I'm going to give them to you.
So okay, yeah.
Put the microphone up to the speaker. So, hey Meta, what am I looking at right now? I just want it to work so bad.
You know it's not gonna.
Dude, why?
What if maybe it doesn't pick up? Maybe it doesn't pick up that like I'm an attractive male human. Look at this and then do it.
Bluetooth is connected, my dude.
What if I like do this? Make it so like it has like an object to look at, not a human.
Let me make sure that there's no like.
Notice that self plug there, that attractive male human right there.
Wi-Fi. Yep.
Oh, my knees. Oh.
Make sure it's all connected everywhere it needs to be. I mean, Meta. Oh wait, Meta.
Dude, my knee shouldn't make that sound when I do that, huh? That's probably not good.
It's just like seems like it just doesn't recognize the fact that my Bluetooth isn't on.
I mean, it has to. Like it was dinging the app.
Literally, yeah. It couldn't find your device. Make sure it's charged, powered on nearby.
Brother,
what do you mean? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I think if I leave them in the case while I open the app.
How about we fill it with this after this episode is over, and we have it down pat for next week.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, everybody. In the meantime, Jim, what kind of music are you feeling for today?
Oh, today. What kind of music am I feeling today? That is a great question. Today, I was listening, because it was Spotify Rap Day, I was listening to the top 100 alt rock indie songs in the U.S. It had to be the U.S. So give me some sort of alt rock indie music.
Alt rock indie music.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I had on today. That's what the vibe is.
Oh, do you feel? Do you hear it coming in? Oh yeah. There it is.
Very alt rocky.
That it feels kind of indie-ish. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, it feels good.
Oh.
Feels good. While you're jamming out to this alt rock indie music that is absolutely playing right now for us, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, the follow button, the like button, all those things that have a positive effect. If you feel like hitting any of the other ones, just turn your phone off and just flip it over. Let the episode play though. But just make sure you do all those things. It's absolutely free. It costs you literally nothing, but makes all the difference for us. And it also contributes to our Spotify Wrapped for 2025. So be part of the crowd,
of our
the
growth for next year.
Be part of the numbers. Be a number for a good reason.
Be a number, but not one of those numbers like those people that they put on the trains and sent to the places, and then they put in. Don't be one of those.
Don't be
numbers.
one of those. Don't be one of those.
Don't be one of those numbers.
So thank you so much for joining us for your weekly midweek Sad Boy update. As always, I have been Jason.
And I'm Jim. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Next week, we're going to have some Christmas lights for you, right? Because it's little. We're getting down to Jeebus's birthday. So it's that time of the year again where we get to do cool, fun little decorations for the background. And we will be back, as he said, next week for your midweek Sad Boy update. As always, I'm Jim. Stay sad, y'all.
Bye. It's alt rocky.
Just so indie-ish. Just so much indie. I don't even know what indie means.
Dude, independent. I don't
Nobody knows what it means. But it's provocative.
Nobody ever knows.
And it gets people going.
Bye.